Amanda. So today we're going to do a power flow. We're going to get sweaty, going to move fast, and really get it, because I don't know about you all, but I took the weekend off and I'm ready to flow. But before I get started, just want to make sure you guys know about a really cool event we're doing this Friday. So it's going to be May 2nd, 6:30. It's a round table. It's going to be live, so you can tweet in questions to live exercise, and it's going to be a whole panel of instructors, including myself, where you can ask us about personal things, workout, nutrition, yoga, questions, whatever you want to know about us or our opinions or anything. So please join us. It's going to be a lot of fun, and someone will get the opportunity to win a 3-month free trial to live exercise. So hopefully you can join us, and let's flow, guys. So let's start in down dog today. Switch it up a bit. So feet are hip width apart, reaching back through the hips, soften the right knee and sink the left heel. Now in this one, try to keep your hips level, really getting into that right heel, the right toes. Using this as an opportunity to stretch out the bottoms of the feet. Pushing the chest, the belly back towards that bent leg. Exhale a little bit deeper and gently switch. Notice how the hips stayed level. So try not to make it about your hips. Make it about your feet and your legs right now. Pulling that left heel forward, pushing the chest back towards the bent left leg. Still sinking the right heel. Good. Neutral. Walk the hands to the feet. Coming to the back of the mat, knees are soft. Inhale, look out, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Grab opposite elbow. Just kind of sway a little side to side. Check in with the breathing. And just kind of ground yourself. Maybe close your eyes. Notice if you're here on the mat. See if you can let go of your day, whatever has happened or hasn't happened thus far. And just be committed to the next 45 minutes of flow to take care of you. Release the elbows. Allow the arms to dangle like noodles, keeping the knees soft. Slowly round up. One vertebrae at a time. Rolling the shoulders back, bring the hands to the hips. Inhale, push the hips forward, look up. Good, neutral spine. Heel toe the feet together, so big toes and heels touch. Bend the knees, sweep the arms, chair pose. Weights in the heels. Shoulders drawing down the back, get a little lower. Exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, look out, lengthen. Exhale, walk it out to plank. Pause here, broaden through the shoulders. Big toes and heels touch. So keep pulling the pubis bone towards the nose. Reaching back through those heels, engaging the legs. Lower to the forearms. So let's start to activate our core, just kind of turning it on before we start to flow. So keep squeezing the feet together and drop the right hip over to the right. Just kind of tap the hip on the floor and then exhale up. Inhale to the left. Exhale up. To the right. Up. The left. Up. One more to the right. Up and the left. Up, slowly lower, Sphinx pose. So the hips come to the floor, toes are pointed behind you. Pull the shoulders back, you're resting on the elbows. Make this about a nice, gentle heart opener, a back bend. Good, exhale, lower, forehead down. Walk the hands back under the shoulders and push back, child's pose. So I say power flow today, but know that you can always take a break. You can give yourself permission to rest, to do a little less, or maybe you join me in a power flow. Good, downward facing dog. Inhale, shoulders forward, plank pose. Broaden through the shoulders one more time. Exhale slowly, chaturanga, elbows in. Inhale, upward facing dog. Sink the hips, shoulders back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathe, reaching those hips back. Check in with the weight. How is it distributed? Is it equally between the hands and the feet? Can you keep reaching back? Look between the hands, walk or float, feet to hands. Inhale, look out, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Feet are together, bend the knees, sweep the arms, chair pose. Shoulders soften, get a little lower. Good, exhale, fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, ground the palms, walk or jump back. Chaturanga. Inhale up. Exhale back. Left heel in, right foot lunges. Inhale, warrior one. Let this feel good. Exhale, lower the hands. Same exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, exhale back. Other side, right heel in, left foot lunges. Inhale brings you up. Lower the hands, same exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, exhale. Breathe in your down dog for 3 breaths. Gently shake the head yes, shake the head no. And then find a state of stillness. Exhale a little deeper. Look between the hands, walk or float, feet to hands. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Feet are together, bend the knees, sweep the arms, chair pose. Good, bring the palms together to heart center. Elbows wide, shoulders down, tail tucked, so you're pulling the pubis bone up. Good, get a little bit lower, squeezing legs together as if they were one, left elbow to the outside of the right knee. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Good, now keep squeezing the legs together, especially those knees. Squeezing the hips, start to lift the left heel. And then lift the left foot, keeping the knees together. Breathe. Lightly lunge the left foot back. Not an easy transition. Breathe. Inhale. Exhale, twist. One more inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist a little deeper. Keep pulling that right hip back. Unwind, hands to either side of the front foot, straighten the front leg. Inhale, look out, lengthen. Pulling the right hip back. Exhale, fold. Work to ground the right big toe. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale, lengthen, come up onto the fingertips. Bend the right knee. Get lighter on the fingertips so your chest starts to lift off the right knee. Arms come out like wings. And then inhale the arms out and up for Crescent Lunge. Getting really deep through that left hip flexor. Arms come out wide. Shift the weight into the right foot. Stay low as you fly, airplane. Flex the floating foot, working the left inner thigh up. Open up the chest. Good, keep working the left toes towards the floor. One more. Slowly come up to standing, bringing the left knee with you. Perhaps it doesn't have to touch along the way. Draw the knee into the chest, shoulders back and down. Good, hands to the hips, straighten the left leg. Flex the foot, and slowly lower left foot to right. Good. Top of the mat, inhale, reach the arms out and up, look up. Exhale, swan dive, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, ground the palms, walk or jump back, chaturanga. Inhale up. Exhale back. Breathe. Exhale a little deeper. Look forward, walk or float, feet to hands. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Feet, knees are together, bend the knees, sweep the arms, chair pose. Palms to heart center. Right elbow to the left, twisting to the other side. Keep squeezing legs together. Inhale, lengthen. tendency is to kind of slouch into that right shoulder. See if you can push into the right hand to really reach out, creating a deeper twist. Inhale, exhale. Now keeping the twist, keep squeezing into the midline as you lift the right heel, then the right foot. Staying balanced on your left foot, lightly lunge the right foot back. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. Inhale. Exhale. One more, inhale. Keep grounding both big toes, keeping those knees into the midline. Exhale, twist. Unwind, hands to either side of the front foot, straighten the left leg. Pulling that left hip back, inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Inhale. Exhale. Good, bend the left knee, look out in front of you, come up onto the fingertips. Stay low through the hips, start to lift the chest. Reach the arms out. Hover the torso, squeezing the core, and then reach the arms out and up. Crescent lunge, nice wide stance as you get into that right hip flexor. Breathe, let this feel good. Shoulders are soft, ribs are in. Open up the arms like a T, shift the weight into the left foot and fly for airplane. Flex the floating foot, working right inner thigh to left. Lift. One more. Good, slowly come up to standing, bringing the right knee with you. Shoulders back and down, knee is in. Good, bring the hands to the hips, keep that knee lifted as you straighten the right leg if possible. Using your core to slowly lower the right foot to left. Good, inhale, reach the arms out and up, look up. Exhale, swan dive, fold forward. Inhale, lengthen. Separate the feet hip width apart. Hook the big toes, middle and index finger. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold, Padangusthasana. Elbows draw away from one another, crown of the head towards the floor. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Exhale. Good, release the toes. Inhale, lengthen, ground the palms, walk or float. Chaturanga. Inhale. Exhale, back. Lift the right leg, keep the hip closed, reaching back through that right heel. Keep it a down dog and bring the knee in. Start to shift it forward, shoulders come with you. Hover and lunge the right foot in between the hands. Turn the back heel in, warrior one. Arms come out. Biceps by the ears, open up, warrior two. Gaze is over the front middle finger, pulling that left hip back. Right elbow to the inside of the knee, left arm up. Turn the top palm to face forward, reach up over the ear. Extended side angle, grounding the outer edge of that back foot. Breathe. Good, left arm up, broaden. Back to warrior two. Straighten the front leg. Keep grounding both big toes. Flip the right palm. Inhale, reach. Exhale, exalted triangle. I like to look down because I hold some tension in my neck, but feel free to look up. It's up to you. Good, back to standing, excuse me. Keep both legs straight, grounding both big toes. Inhale, reach towards the front of the room, and exhale, tilt for Trikanasana. Triangle. Instead of really sinking into that right shin, see if you can keep your palm open. And don't worry so much about touching the floor. Keep pulling that left hip back. So you're actually turning sideways. Gaze comes down, soften the right knee, shift it forward, Ardha half moon. Flex the floating foot, keep stacking hips on top of one another. Breathe. One more. Okay, now listen carefully. We're going to do some tricky transitions. So bring the palms together to heart center and close the left hip. You can soften the standing leg. So your hips are level now. Chest is facing the floor. Work to bring the left inner thigh up. Lift the chest. Good. Setting up Prasarita, Ardha Chandrasana. So reverse half moon. Left hand in front of the right foot, right arm up. Maybe you don't even need the left hand to touch the floor. If you do, you can lower the fingertips, or a block is helpful here too. Keep working both legs as straight as possible. Breathe. One more. Keep stacking. Shoulders on top, pulling that right shoulder back. Good. Soften the right knee, lower the left foot. It's a short stance, so your feet are closer together. Keep this shape. Bring your left hand to the inside. On top is a little more difficult, and then the outside of your foot is more challenging. For Prasarita Trikanasana, reverse triangle. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. That right hip is pulling back so much. Keep squeezing inner thighs together, grounding the big toes. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, reach. Keep reaching forward through the crown of the head. One more. Inhale. Exhale. I don't know about you, but my hamstring is screaming. Might even get some IT band if you're tight like I am. Enjoy. One more breath. Exhale. It feels so good though, right? It hurts so good. That's what they say. Good. Lower the hands. Stay on the fingertips. Inhale, look up, lengthen. Keep the chest close to the standing leg as you transition for standing split. So that left leg is lifting up. You can wrap one arm or both around the right calf if you'd like. Bend both knees. Maybe you don't need your hands as you lower into Ardha Matsuyanjasana, seated twist. So your left knee comes behind the right ankle. Wiggle the left heel out of the way to drop the right hip. Right hand behind the back, left arm up. Inhale. Exhale, hook elbow to knee. Inhale, lift. Exhale, twist. So use the resistance of your elbow on your leg to help twist your torso more. Inhale to lengthen, lift. Exhale, all the air out to twist deeper. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Good. Counter over to the left, fold towards the floor. Inhale up. Roll over the knees, Vinyasa. Breathe. So we use that Vinyasa as a way to clean the slate, as a way to align our spine again, so there's a significance to the movement, and as a way to kind of ground ourselves so that we're ready for the other side, for whatever's next. Lift the left leg. Hip stays closed, reaching back through that left heel. Pulling the right hip back, lengthen, get longer. Good, knee into the nose, shoulders forward, hover. Lunge the left foot in between the hands, turn the back heel in, warrior one. Grounding the outer edge of that back foot. Open up, warrior two. So pulling the right hip back, left knee towards the left pinky toe. Left elbow to the inside of the knee, right arm up. So really work to stack your right hip on top of the left. You're pulling that right hip under. Turn the top palm to face forward, reach up over the ear. Top shoulder soft, breathe. One more. Good, back to warrior two. Straighten the front leg. Keep grounding both big toes. Keep pulling that right hip back. Your hip stays square to the side of the room. Flip the left palm. Inhale, reach towards the front. Exhale, exalted Trikonasana. Again, gaze can be up or down. Whatever makes your neck happy, breathe. Good, inhale up to standing. Reach forward one more time. Exhale, tilt for traditional Trikonasana Triangle. Keep grounding both big toes, pulling right hip back. Open up the chest. Soften the jaw. The eyes are friendly. One more breath. See if you can keep that left palm open so you're not adding extra weight. Good, gaze comes down, soften the left knee, shift it forward, Ardha Chandrasana. Breathe, lift. Keep reaching back through the right heel, stacking hips. One more, see how light and long you can get. And then bring the hands to heart center. Keep everything close in. Drop that right hip. So you're focused on the midline. Lift your chest. Keep working your right inner thigh up. Get longer through that floating leg, and then right hand in front of the left foot, left arm up. Breathe, lengthen, keep working both legs as straight as possible. I like a slight bend in my standing leg, but whatever's gonna work for you. Again, a block is helpful, or you can lower to the floor. One more breath, get a little longer. Keep pulling that left hip back. Soften the left knee, lower the right foot, setting up your Trikonasana, your reverse Trikonasana. So you're keeping this shape as you lower the right hand. If you feel a little imbalanced, you can always separate your feet. You don't have to be pretending to be on a tightrope, right? So right hand is on the inside, on top, or outside of the left foot. Keep pulling the left hip back. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist. If you want more of a challenge, you can start to look up at the left thumb. One more, inhale. Exhale. Good, lower the gaze. Both hands down, soften the left knee, keep your chest low, standing split. Lifting that right leg up, open or closed hips, whatever feels good. Maybe wrap and bind. And then bend both knees, bring the right knee to the outer edge of the left ankle for seated Ardha Matsuyanjasana. Heel toe that right foot out so you can drop your left hip. Left hand behind the back, right arm up, lengthen, hook elbow to knee. Inhale and exhale. Inhale, exhale. Really work your hand that's behind you closer to the spine to help lift and lengthen. Inhale, exhale. One more. Exhale. Good. Unwind, counter over to the right, fold towards the floor. Inhale, roll over the knees, Vinyasa. Right heel in, left foot lunges. Walk the hands to the center of the mat. Heels out, toes in. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. Starting to walk the hands back. Pulling the chest through the legs. Inhale, come up onto the fingertips, lengthen through the front body. Walk the hands back so they're under your face. Now keep grounding the outer edges of the feet. Keep working the hips so they're in line with the ankles. Engaging the core. Your back stays exactly where it is, and all you do is reach your biceps by the ears. Stay long. Sitting bones reaching back, shoulders reaching forward. You're creating space in the torso. Neck is long, gaze is down. Keep this length, and inhale, come up to standing. Biceps by the ears. Good. Bring the hands to the hips. You may want to shorten your stance a bit. Push the hips forward. Inhale, look up. Good. Neutral spine. Interlace the hands behind the back. Roll the shoulders back, opening up the chest. Keep your palms together. So oftentimes when we naturally clasp our hands, this is all we've got. If that's all you got today, that's okay, stay there. But if you can go a little further, work to clasp your hands so it's one fist. There's no space in between, okay? Like how I did that? So be mindful of that. Keep drawing the palms together. Inhale, open up the heart again if you like. Exhale, hinge. Hands come up over the head with you. You can bend your knees one at a time, maybe both. Kind of make this an organic movement. Make it your own. Keep drawing the palms together. Let your head go. Soften the neck. One more breath here. Come back to center. Keep the fingers interlaced. Bring the hands to the lower back. Ground the outer edges of the feet and lift your chest halfway. Pause. See if you can spread your sitting bones. Yes, it's possible. You literally spread your sitting bones apart. I wish I could show you, but that'd be kind of weird. Inhale up. Yeah, little TMI. Okay, whoops. Push the hips forward. Good, release. And it's not a kinky thing either. Some of you, I know you just went there. Yeah, it's just yoga, guys. Okay, what was I doing? You distracted me. Just kidding, goddess pose. So bend the knees. Your knees stay stacked over the ankles. Get nice and deep. You want your quadriceps parallel to the floor. Kind of like, I always like to kind of make like a monkey gesture here. I don't know why I feel like a monkey. See if you can get low and keep your shoulders stacked over the hips. It's as if you have a wall behind you. Supported, breathe. Keep working those knees back. The tendency is that they want to drop in, I know, but keep pulling them back. Keep grounding the outer edges of the feet. Reach the arms out. Right elbow under the left, palms together. Elbows up, hands away from the face, eagle arms. Get lower. Lift the right heel. Get lower. Lower the right heel. Reach. Straighten the legs, reach the arms out. Shake it out a little, take a break. I know that's a lot, at least it is for me. Back to goddess, bend the knees. Other side. I always work with, you guys know Octavio. Every time I work out with him, I say, I want legs, because I know that I get a lot of upper body with all those chaturangas. And of course, yoga is a full body workout, but I know for me, I need a little extra legs, which is why we're doing goddess. Welcome to my legs today. So bring the elbows up, hands away from the face. Yes, Octavio, I know I need to call you. I think he does Chiseled, right? Yeah. What? I don't know what it is, sorry. But we love you. One more breath. Lift the left heel. Oh, I forgot about that. Okay, lower the left heel, straighten the legs, fold forward, let it go. Whew. Inhale, exhale, fold. Release your neck. Inhale, lengthen. Come up onto the fingertips, bend the right knee. Walk the hands over to the right. Lift the left toes up. Sink low. So you want your hips reaching down, your chest lifting up. Some of you may stay here. You may need to use your hands to kind of brace yourself to lift and hold yourself up. But if you can you allow gravity to take those hips? And then some of you may want to wrap and bind. If you can easily hold your hands, can you make the wrapper the grabber? What does that mean? It means your left hand is going to reach around so much that your right hand can grab the left wrist. So it's the wrapper is the grabber. It does make sense. Pulling that left shoulder back, inhale, exhale. This is so good getting into the kidneys. So good for digestion if you can get that leg really in there. One more. Open up, twist. Good, release the twist. Stay low or stay light on the hands if you do need to use them, but try not to. Low and slow as possible, squeeze. Use those inner thighs, breathe. Lift the right toes up. Sink the hips, lift the chest. Keep working that left knee out. You may stay here or wrap. Again, can the wrapper be the grabber? So your left hand will grab the right wrist. Help to twist more. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Good, release. Back to center. As low and slow as possible, just for fun. Let's go to the other side. That wasn't very slow. I'll do it a little better this time, slow. Good. Face the front of the room, step back, Vinyasa. Downward facing dog. Lift the right leg up, open up the hip, working both legs as straight as possible. Bend that right knee, stay here, or you can flip your dog, adding the back bend. Lower the right foot behind the left, lift the hips up, reach forward, breathe. Flip back around, right leg up again, open up that hip, and right knee in between the hands for good old pigeon. Walk the hands in, create some space in between the knees. Exhale, start to walk it forward. And soften and melt. So it's interesting, and when I say that we're going to do a power class, I hope you aren't thinking that we're going to end up doing a bunch of chaturangas or move rapidly fast or anything like that. There's nothing wrong with those classes. I know a lot of people offer them in studios and perhaps online, I don't know, but really for me that was and of course we're still going, but that was an entire body workout. We were challenging our sequencing. We were holding poses for 3-4 breaths, sometimes 5, and really that is a powerful class where we can stay connected to the breath. As soon as you start to move rapidly and lose the integrity of the poses, I mean, it might be fun, it might be cardiovascular, yes, but for me, that's not a power class. So, there's so many different types of yoga, and that's why I love it, because it never gets boring. There's always something new, but I hope you all got a lot out of it. I know I certainly did. Walk the hands forward, get a little longer, enjoy this hip opener. We've worked our hips a lot, so let's take a few moments to open them up. One more. And walk the hands back in. Lean over to the right and swing the left leg around. Keeping the left leg straight, bring the right foot to the left inner thigh. Peel the flesh away from that left hip. Inhale the arms up. Exhale, fold over the left leg for Janusharshasana. So you're working to square the hips, pulling that left hip back, right hip forward. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. And just kind of let your lips go, soften the face. Maybe even a slight smile, because we are so blessed to be able to have this time, this body that allows us to practice. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fold. One more, inhale. Exhale. Beautiful. Inhale up. Cross the left ankle in front of the right, roll over the knees, Vinyasa. We'll meet in a down dog. Lift that left leg, open up the hip. Working both legs as straight as possible, sinking the right heel. Start to bend that left knee. Open up the hip even more, stay here, or flip your dog. Lift the hips, reach forward, breathe. One more time, lift that left leg, open up the hip. And left knee in between the hands. Pigeon pose, other side. Walk the hands in. Kind of make any adjustments so you can get the most out of your pigeon. And gently walk it forward. How's the breath? So we've been working diligently on that challenging sequence. Now can you rest? Can you surrender? Can you allow your hips to open up further by allowing gravity to take them? One more breath. Exhale. Good. Inhale. Walk the hands back in. Lean over to the left, swing the right leg around, keeping that right leg straight. Bring the left foot to the right inner thigh, peel the flesh away. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Working to square the hips, the torso, over that straight leg. Inhale. Exhale. One more inhale, lengthen through the front body. Exhale, fold. Soften those shoulders. I always catch myself. I say soften the shoulders a lot because I catch myself in my own practice reaching those shoulders up. They want to go up there so bad. So it's up to us to notice where our habits are and to soften, to surrender, to try to what's the word I'm looking for? Redirect our habits. Good, inhale up. Right ankle in front of the left, roll over the knees, Vinyasa. Now, from down dog, look between the hands. Soften the knees, walk or float all the way through, coming to seated Dandasana. Good, peel the flesh away from the sitting bones. Hands next to the hips, shoulders back and down. Inhale, both arms up. Exhale, fold, Paschimottanasana. Grabbing whatever's available, a slight bend in the knees sometimes is really helpful. Inhale, exhale. Again, there are those shoulders go, so see if you can pull them down your back. It's a very common thing. I correct most of my students, I think, have that same gig going on. Those shoulders always want to work up. One more. Good, inhale up. Bring the hands behind the hips. Walk the feet in. Feet are hip width apart. Lift the hips, coming into reverse table. Keep looking forward until you can't see your knees. And if you can't see your knees, can you look back? Allowing your head to hang. Lift those hips higher. Breathe. Good, look forward. Send the hips through the hands. Lift. Maybe you can lift the right leg, the left, perhaps both. And lower. Good. Kind of shake out the legs. And then bring the right foot in. It's a few inches away from your left inner thigh. Right shoulder comes on the inside of the knee. Use your left hand to push, reach forward, and wrap. Right hand wraps around. You can interlace the fingers, the towel, whatever. Keep flexing your left foot and fold. If you can't, if you're so far away, you're really tight shoulders, your hands are nowhere near each other, just keep this shape and just reach your right hand towards your left toes. So there's always modifications. Yoga is for everybody. If you any poses I do and you can't quite do what I'm doing, if you need a modification and I didn't offer it in a class, please just post on the class or on the site and I'll be happy to answer you and give you a modification and speak to it in the next class or whatever we got to do. So please, any questions, guys, let me know. Inhale, exhale. Good, inhale up. Cradle the right leg. Kind of rock into that hip. Imagine your shin is like a little baby. You're just kind of rocking it side to side. Now, this is your first option. You stay here. Second option, we've been working those hamstrings, so they should be nice and open. If you want a little more today, you start to bring that right knee behind your right shoulder. Maybe your right hand can come down and you work to straighten your right leg. That's your first option. You start to look under your left arm for compass pose. Second option, you can start to bend your right knee going into an arm balance. So you want your knee on top of that right shoulder. Hands come next to the hips. Your left foot comes on top of the right. You hook your feet. It's helpful. Really hook. Hold on to your feet and then lift your hips. If you can lift your hips, can you start to straighten the legs and lower your chest? Breathe. And then lift up, lower, and release. Good, shake it out. Straighten out my mat here. Good, and then bring your left foot in. A few inches away from your right inner thigh. Left shoulder on the inside of the knee. Use your right hand to push, reach, forward, wrap and bind. Flex the right foot. Again, you can just reach your left hand to that right foot if it's too much to bind, and fold. Keep dropping the chin in. If you're not feeling much here, try to ground your left hip. Soften the lips. Breathe through the back body in between the shoulder blades. Good. Release the hands. Inhale up. Cradle that left leg. You want your left foot somewhere near the inner right elbow. That's going to give you a nice latch to hopefully interlace your fingers, and you can cradle, rocking a little side to side, staying here, or start to work your left knee behind your left shoulder. Maybe start to straighten that left leg and look up for compass. Or you can bend the left knee. Really work to stack your knee on top of the shoulder. Once you've got that flexibility, then it doesn't really become so much. It looks fancier than it is. It's all core, really. You hook your feet, right foot on top of left, lift those hips. Maybe you can straighten your legs and lower the chest. Breathe. Good. Release. Shake it out. And let's do Trikanasana, so soles of the feet together. Middle and index finger, hook the big toes, bring the heels close into the hips. Roll the shoulders back and down, elbows in, lift. Tuck the chin in. Keep lifting, opening up the heart. One more breath. Good. Release the toes, cross the ankles, move through one last vinyasa. Inhale and exhale. From down dog, look between the hands, walk or float all the way through, lying on the back. Hug the knees into the chest. Rock a little side to side. And then grab the outer edges of the feet, coming into a happy baby. Drawing the knees into the armpits, keeping the ankles stacked over the knees. The biggest tendency here is that the hips want to pop up. You see how mine are lifting? So try to keep your lower back, the sacrum, the hips are heavy. Keep them down on the mat. And then use your arm strength to really pull those knees closer into the armpits. Breathe. You can rock a little side to side. Good, and then both legs straight up in the air, hands next to the hips, feet are flexed, Supta Dandasana. Tuck the chin in a little slightly. You might stay here if you have any neck issues going on today, stay here. Maybe you open up your legs, kind of open up those inner thighs, or you can push into your hands for plow, shoulder stand, that whole closing sequence. Hands come to the lower back. Kind of try to tuck your shoulders underneath one another, and then lift your legs. One at a time or both. Keep working your chin away from your chest. You can play around a little, lowering one leg at a time if you'd like. I like to call them airplane legs, just kind of circling the legs around. Feels really good on those hips. And then eventually lower both legs over the head again. If you always tuck your toes under, perhaps you can point them. Maybe bend your knees in to the ears for ear pressure pose. And straighten out the arms, keeping the legs close to you as you roll down one vertebrae at a time. Lift the chest, forward fold. Good, inhale up. Slowly roll down. Hug the right knee into the chest, shoulders back and down, and twist over to the left. Work to try to keep that right shoulder down. Back to center and switch. Left shoulder stays down, working that Nice deep twist. And back to center. Let the feet flop open, the palms fall open. Inhale, open up the mouth, stick out the tongue, and a vocal exhale. Maybe some days you've got to scream at the top of your lungs to really let go. Feel free. Doesn't matter who's around. Maybe you're home alone. Just grounding yourself, allowing yourself this time to be still for just a few moments out of your day. If you're feeling any tingling, any kind of movement in the hands, maybe the feet, the hip area, it's just prana, it's that energy. Our body knows how to heal itself. We just have to get out of the way. So can you just kind of allow yourself to nurture yourself, to heal, to rest? You guys always know it's always an invitation to take a longer Savasana. I hope you take advantage of it. If not, start to wiggle the fingers, the toes, circle ankles, wrists, reach up over the head. Lengthen through the right side, through the left side, just like a good morning stretch, knowing you've gotten rid of all the tension that may have crept in throughout your day. And then hug the knees in. Rocking a little side to side, up and down. And we'll meet in a comfortable seated position. Bringing the hands together into Namaste as we seal our practice with gratitude. So thank you to each and every one of you who tuned in, who practiced with me. Again, any questions, let me know, ask online. And again, that round table is this Friday, so tune in and hope to talk to you guys soon. Have a beautiful, blessed day. Namaste.